What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of Tree City Trading. My name's Wes. We're just hanging out on a Sunday night, drinking out of our Zen merch store mug as always. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Excuse me. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Bitcoin sure is. Oh man, crypto market's pumping right now. It's a beautiful thing to see. I was looking, it looks like Bitcoin's up about 10%. It's up 10% since Thursday, so that's a pretty nice weekend. Bitcoin just slowly creeping up. Had a little stop at 26.7, then we stopped at 27.2, and now we're all the way up to 28.2. Nice little $3,000 pump since Thursday. Let's see what else is going on. Take a look at crypto bubbles on the day, and oh yeah, everything's looking green other than Pulse and PulseX. They're both down about 6%, and that's okay. We kind of anticipated that after the huge pump. See, Hex down 4%. Everything's pumping except Richard Hart stuff. I saw Jack poking fun earlier. That's always hilarious. Poking the bear. What did he say? Said something like devs help. Yeah, he's looking at crypto bubbles. Devs do something. That's so funny. But you can see a lot of big moves too, and they're not very big bubbles because everything's moving. But you can see Radix is up 8%, Injective's up 9.9%, Cardano's up 4%. That's always nice. See Stacks up 4%, Tesla's up 3%, Bitcoin up 4.4%, making big moves. That's really good to see. If you come over to the TreeCityTrading.us website, you can track the portfolio. On Friday, we made a couple buys. And yeah, it looks like we're up about $13 in 3 weeks. Not very much. We're still going sideways, but good to see a little profit. So far, Bitcoin and Ethereum are up about $9 and Polygon up $2. So that was a strong buy. That was looking like a bottom when we bought it. So that's exciting to see. And I am actually buying these cryptos. I do have some vested interest in these. But they're some of my favorite projects anyway. Let's get back to the charts. And I was noticing everything's kind of breaking out of that let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin on the daily. We were drawing that wedge. So I was saying, hey, we're going to come down to this isn't the right chart. Let me find the right Bitcoin chart here. That might have been this one. Oops. Come on, TradingView. A chart disappeared. Freedom Sound says up to 48K, some say. I believe it. We got to get through 30K first. Yeah, this is what we were looking at. So, yesterday we were kind of at the top of this range, and I wasn't sure if we were going to bounce back down or come back up to the top of it. And you can see we're coming up right to this resistance, and hopefully this isn't like a local top and we come right back down. You can see it's kind of, we have this big wick on top, which means it's kind of fighting it. But this has been a big resistance for a while, all the way back to April. So we come up, go down, come up, go down, come up, go down. Keeps doing this thing. I think eventually we will break out of it. Wouldn't be surprised if we come back down for another test though. The good news is the debt ceiling issue was resolved, so we also have this really bullish news with China. Hong Kong starting to buy Bitcoin. There's rumors that they're going to have retail buying of Bitcoin. That's really exciting. So that might be why we're starting to see this pump. A lot of anticipation in the bullish news. Head over to our watch list here. Let's see. VMPX up 5%. And this is another one. So we had this thing down in this falling wedge. Whoop. It broke out of it, came down, retested it. Now it's starting to go again. And that's a nice healthy rounded bottom. And hopefully it just continues to go. Look at Flux up 4%. That's a big old candle there. Got Filecoins up 1%. We're really starting to get some pump action here. These are all hourly charts. turn this lock setting off. There we go. Let's zoom out a little bit. We'll take a look at some 4-hour charts here, but man, we're seeing a lot of this. We had a lot of these cryptos in this downward resistance, and we're looking to be breaking out of it on most of these charts. Yeah, there's another one. What was that, ADA? Of course, Zen's just doing its thing, chilling out. See Singularity getting back up above the golden pocket. That's always good. ETH's doing its thing, back over 1900. That's looking solid. Algorand, we made that little purchase on Friday. That was one of the cryptos we bought in the Tree City DCA. It's up to 15 cents. That's always good. I'm really hoping this was the bottom, guys. Look at that. Look at BNB. Up 15 bucks in a couple hours. Aptos looking good. Polkadot. Everything's looking really nice now. Oh, I see what's happening here. Let me get back to my main. That's why I'm not seeing any of my charts. I'm on my DCA chart. Yeah, and there's the 200 average we were looking at. Yeah, there we go. That's what we were looking at yesterday. So you can see this Bitcoin really did bounce off that 200 weekly. That's looking beautiful. So did everything else. You see we drew this on Filecoin yesterday. It looked like almost like an inverted head and shoulders. Zen's still holding this trend line here. That's nice. Hopefully that holds. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about. Everything is starting to break out of this downward trend line, and that's really nice. That's really good to see. That's going to be some monster moves. Because we've been drawing that on the daily. When these daily patterns break out, it's no joke. It'll move real quick. BNB still in that zone. Yeah, see, Aptos is still kind of accumulating in there. We were hoping that was the bottom on Avalanche, but it's had 3 or 4 solid days, so that's good to see. Welcome. Hope you guys hit like and subscribe. My name's Wes. Oh no, the ticker stopped. I have to fix that here. There we go. Right now we got Bitcoin sitting at 28,000. That's nice. Hopefully this is the start of another move. And look at that 382. That really did. It just bottomed out there. Nice little bounce. Ba-boom. Hopefully we get up to this golden pocket. I wouldn't be surprised. Looks like we're stopping at the 0.5 right here, but might see something like that out of Polygon. Phantom's getting back in there. What's XRP looking like? Yeah, you can see, I mean, everything was in kind of this wedge, this downward wedge thing, and they're starting to break out now. It's looking very good. There we go. I see the issue. Sorry, I'm working here. I'm all goofed up. Give me 1 second. Alright, I think we're good now. Alright, let's head over to Deck Screener. Take a look at our watch list. As always, we'll start off on the main watch list. Look at Phoenix up 24% on the day. That's nice. Zen up 1% on the last 24 hours. Zell, nothing. It's like DB Zen about 1%, but it's still holding strong on over 1350. That's good to see. Hex down 2%. Pulsechain's kind of struggling right now. And oof, look at Zen Doge down 50% in the last 24 hours with only 2 transactions on the day. That's rough. 2 transactions and you're down 50%. There's some whales getting out of there. That's got to be a bloody chart. Let's take a look. Only $2,000 of liquidity on Zen Doge right now. And yeah, it just came right back down. It's still bouncing around this pattern. It's not looking very bullish, that's for sure. So, I mean, eventually we're going to break down, but this is just looking like a big old falling knife right now. We'll see what happens. Definitely, I envision something like this, but is it really going to get that low? We'll see. Head back to the watch list, take a look at Pulsechain. That's so weird. Why is Classic Zen up 26%? I don't get it. Are people like providing liquidity to collect fees or something? Like, why is anyone buying this? I really don't understand. I understand like claiming it. I guess people are providing liquidity so they can build up a position. I really don't understand. It's good to see though. PZen's way down 15% over on Pulsechain. Then Hex incentives down 12%, down to $35 again. Woof. And yeah, you can see here, this is what we drew last night. This is also in that same falling wedge pattern. It came to the top, bottom. We were hoping it was going to break out with everything else, but then I was worried about getting stuck at the golden pocket, but it didn't even do that. It actually came back to the bottom of the pattern. And it's really just still bouncing around. We have the smallest little breakout here. Hopefully that keeps going. This is encouraging because it does look pretty round. So hopefully it just does one of those. And get this old stuff out of here. See if it does that over the next few days, or if it's just gonna dump back down to the under $10. I don't really understand how incentive token was defying gravity like that. That was pretty crazy. Freedom says too bad about Zen Doge, but at least the burn gets X1. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm still holding my Zen Doge. I'm gonna hold it for a long time. We'll come back to that later. They need to come out with some utilities, some type of like staking, or you know, maybe they have like a token buyback and then they do staking to give it back to the community or something. Sipping out of the Zen Crypto Mint Your Future mug. Definitely check them out. We got a link on the website at TreeCityTrading.us. But let's go back to the watch list here. Pulsex down 7%. Let's see how that chart's looking. Yeah, it came right back down to our level. So yeah, it's down about 60% from all-time high, and that's okay. People are just taking profit. They've been waiting a long time for Pulsechain. They're waiting for that 2000X, but they think everything's gonna go lower, so they're taking profit. I showed you guys my strategy for the PLS, but I'm just holding my Pulsex. I'm not doing anything with that. That's gonna be a long hold for me. Switch on over to the Zen ecosystem. Let's see what's happening over here. This is so weird. So Zen Doge, this must be the Zen pair. Yeah, the Zen Doge Zen pair is up quite a bit. So I guess that's encouraging if you want to flip your Zen Doge for Zen, but I'm just holding it. It's down so much. It's been stuck in this pattern forever. Just more consolidation, really. Hopefully this is a bottom though. Yeah, I keep talking about these rounded bottoms. It really does. That's how it happens. If you can scoop that, you know, this range right here, that's what'll pay the bills. Let's go back, take a look. PZen's up 10% on this pair. Phantom Zen down 20% again in the last day. Matic Zen down 5%. Let's see how that's doing. I told you guys I bought yeah, okay, so good. I'm good. Nice. That looks pretty nice, actually. So we broke out of this fallen wedge. Now we came back And the top of the wedge actually held it as support, so that's really bullish. And now we're moving back up. That's good to see. That's really good to see on Matic Zen. Obviously, there's not much volume, so it's moving pretty slow, but hopefully that keeps going, especially into the Zen Shiba launch. Hopefully people continue to get their Zen Shiba going. But, you know, I'm fully prepared for it to fall back below where I bought it. You know, that's just how crypto works, especially in Zen. But I got my Zen ready for that limited XSHIBA NFT. That's going to be sweet. Shout out to the 5 watchers. Hope you guys have a good Memorial Day if you're over in the United States. We're just hanging out. Let's see what else we got. Phoenix, no movement on the ETH. Only 22 transactions, $26,000. It is up 24% in the last 24 hours though. Over on Matic, Phoenix has a little less volume. Much less volume as far as dollars. Only $17 in volume. Down 17% in the last hour. Very little liquidity on Matic, only $1,000, so it's going to be a really volatile price. Take a look at DB Zen. And Avalanche DB Zen is pumping right now, up 8% in the last 24 hours. We got Phantom Zen pumping, up 6%. And then the Matic DB Zen is down about 7%. So that's cool. Not too much happening right now. We are getting a lot of pump in the top 100 coins. That's really exciting to see. Swing over to the 1 hour chart, and here comes Pulsex and Hex. Hex up 2.5% in the last hour. Pulsex up 1.5% in the last hour. But Pulsex still, or Pulsechain still struggling, down about 1% in the last hour. So I hope you guys are having a good Sunday night. We're just chilling, going over some charts. We got a good green day. This is pretty nice. Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap, see what they got trending. And as always, we get bonked. God damn it. I look at the coin one time now, it pops up every time. I gotta clear my history. But let's see, in the last 7 days, we got Neo. That's so random. Neo's up 24%. We got AI making a comeback, Singularity, AGIX up 15%. I really wish I scooped more of that at 25 cents. Got IOTA, really old token, making moves up 15%. Huobi up 15%. That's interesting. Conflux up 15%. So we hear these rumors about Hong Kong and making retail trading, I don't know if illegal is the right term, but retail traders are going to be able to buy crypto, and they're going to have crypto regulations in Hong Kong. At least that's the rumor. All these tokens that are pumping are Chinese, Asian tokens. You know, we got the Conflux, we got the Huobi token, we got IOTA. Singularity is just an AI project, but Neo, that's so random. I'm like, why is Neo pumping? But I guess that makes sense. Neo's a really old project. Launched in 2016. But it's one of those projects that just made a lower high in the last bull market, so to me it doesn't seem really bullish, but the Asian market seems to like it. In the last 24 hours, we got Mask up 10%, Injective up 9%, Pancake Swap. Man, Pancake Swap's all the way down to $1.70. That's wild. That might be a good pickup. DeFi will make a comeback for sure. Sui token, boo. You guys know my story about Sui token, right? What's up, KC James? He says, do you think a pump's coming with China opening the crypto and debt ceiling resolution? I do. I mean, I think that's what we're seeing right now. If you look at crypto bubbles on the day, everything's green except the Pulsechain ecosystem. You know, we got some big movers too, but everything's moving, so they don't really stick out. Like Radix here, up 8%. That pumped almost a full penny. That's great. That's one of my favorite coins. Injective is another one. That pumped from 648 up to 721 just in the last day. So things are definitely getting pumpy, and I think it is on the debt ceiling being solved, and also the China opening up to crypto again. And it is interesting because China called the Pico top. And then they banned Bitcoin mining, and then they said no trading, and they always flip-flop on the issue. Maybe they're just calling tops and bottoms, and now they're calling the bottom, and they're going to allow retail trading, and everything's going to explode now. That would be wonderful. Also, I see if you guys look at my the YouTube thumbnail, I mentioned the Zen phone. I saw Jack tweet that earlier. He was calling out Solana. Zen phone is coming. I don't know if he was being facetious, if he was being sarcastic, but it made me want to look into the Solana phone and what the Solana phone does and like what the features are and stuff. I'll be honest, it always sounded like a joke to me. Like, why would I ever want a Solana phone? But the more that I think about it, I don't know how they do it, but I imagine there's a crypto wallet built into the phone. Then I'm wondering, like, how is the seed phrase managed, and how does the security work on the cellular network with the seed phrase and the phone? That's kind of scary and pushed me away from it even more. But this guy's a month into it. Let's see what he says. Use the phone as a second mobile ledger. Trust that it's safe. He uses the phone for all things Web3. If he needs deep work, he ditches my phone and uses Sega to trade with. Why would I buy this if there are better Androids? This is not a crypto phone yet. It's an Android with Solana features on it. So that's interesting. So it's not really a wallet. It's just a phone. It sounds like. And I read some other reviews that kind of said the same thing. I bought it for what it will be able to do, and not what it can do right now. If Web3 moves are made mobile, this saga is what it'll be made on. When Solana starts building on mobile things, it'll be the saga. That's interesting. Would you guys ever own a crypto phone? I think I would, just to support it. I don't know if I would use it though. That makes me so nervous. This music's tripping me out. Bonkers Beat Club. All right, let's change this. Picnic. I mean, yeah, if it's not a crypto phone though, what's the point? You can just get a better Android, right? I guess that's the consensus. Do you support Solana? I personally don't support Solana. I have some, so I guess I do support them. But I'm just kind of holding it. It's good to see our Tree City DCAs up a little bit, as I mentioned earlier. Let's go take a look at the Pulsechain farms. What's my Sui story? I've been hearing about this crypto. What's my opinion? Man, I'm pretty salty about Sui. So I'll give you my story. Basically, before they launched, I was active in the community. I was in their Discord. I got access to like the dev Discords, and I set up a node, and I was running and testing the node, and I was doing the NFT thing, and we were like deploying these NFTs and like buying each other and trading and stuff, and just testing out the network, testing out the dApps and stuff, just having fun. So I was actually paying money to run my node. It wasn't a free thing, and I was expecting an airdrop, and they had confirmed that there would be an airdrop, and so time went on. We continued doing the thing, and we were all having fun. It was such a learning experience, learning how Sui worked and the network and everything. So then it came time for the network to launch. And in the Discord, they made an announcement. They said, all right, only certain members of the Discord are eligible. You have to be in the Discord by this date, which I was. You have to, have all these certain prerequisites, which I did. But you cannot be a US citizen. You must be able to KYC at Bybit, or you must be able to KYC at KuCoin, or you must be able to KYC at these foreign exchanges that don't allow US KYC. So I'm sitting there, I'm eligible for, you know, the allocation. And by the way, it's not an airdrop. You guys have to buy the tokens like everybody else. So that was such a fucked up situation where they just completely flipped it. There's no free airdrop. We've been wasting all our time and money testing this network, and they turn around and say, well, it's going to be a private sale on these Bybit and KuCoin exchanges, and if you can't do a level 2 KYC, then you can't participate. Sorry. And I was just out of luck. I couldn't do anything. And so since I'm from the US, I couldn't participate. And I was just pissed. It was so disheartening. It was so disappointing. So I have my Sui testnet wallet. I never even did make a wallet on the mainnet. I never bought any. I just got really salty, and it was just, you know, whatever. And that's when I fell in love with Zen again. You know, I participated in Zen in October, and I did a bunch of mints. And I was keeping up with my mints, but once Sui happened, I was so pissed off. I was like, I need to go back to fair crypto. And that's when I launched the YouTube video, or the YouTube channel back up, started doing these live streams, and it really got me back into the Zen, into the Pulsechain ecosystems. And man, that's my Sui story though. I still get fired up about that. It really pisses me off. I wasted so much time. Those fuckers. I bet I still have the, yeah. Oops. Well, I can't remember my password, but yeah, and that's what happens when you deal with these centralized exchanges, and it does suck. You know, I can't fault them. Why would anyone want to do business with crypto in the United States? Why would they don't want the hassle of the SEC. That's why they don't allow US citizens to participate. You know, if it's going to be a hassle to them, they don't have to cater to me. It's not a free world, but it sucks. It sucks so bad. Hopefully the US will fix this. They need to fix the crypto regulation. And now we have places like Hong Kong and Europe and Africa that are getting ahead of the regulation, and the US has just fallen so far behind. We can't even pay our bills. Did I already talk about the Zen phone? Not really. I mean, I don't have so much to say about it. I was really just talking about Jack's tweet. I wasn't sure if he was being facetious or if he was, you know, being sarcastic. So we were going to take a look at the Zen phone, or the Solana phone, because I was kind of curious on how crypto friendly the Solana phone was. And I looked at it for 5 minutes, and the first review said, you know, this isn't a crypto phone. It's basically just an Android phone with the Solana brand. So that's kind of disheartening, but I don't really have any alpha on the Zen phone. I think it's funny that Jack posted that on Twitter earlier. I think he was just making fun of the picture, but if they do make a phone, I'll be the first one to buy it. That's for sure. Especially if it's like a fair phone, like a fair, decentralized crypto phone. That would be sweet. How do I get the hookup? Donate blood. So yeah, he's joshing. There ain't no Zen phone. I hope there is. That would be sweet if there's a some technology that we could trust. I think with this whole Ledger situation about the keys and them being able to update the firmware to extract keys is pretty eye-opening. So we need to be able to trust companies to store our crypto safely. So having a phone vendor like a Zen phone from the Fair Crypto Foundation, I mean, that'd be sweet. I would use it. I would use that for sure. Do I think it's legitimate? No, not at this stage. More of a node program? That would be awesome. That would be really slick. Especially if it's a light node like that, like the Polygon Edge client. You can just have it run as an app on your phone in the background. When you start talking about developing phone hardware and stuff, that's completely different though. Completely. What was that one? There was that one Pi. I know they had a similar concept where you could run like a Pi node on your phone, and people were mining Pi for years and years, and then just recently they launched their mainnet. Yeah. Do you think it could reach the price of $300,000 per one? No. But it's definitely an interesting concept. Be able to run an X1 or an XN node on your phone in an app. That'd be pretty sweet. Shout out to the 6 watchers here. We're just hanging out Sunday night, chilling, going over crypto. If you guys want me to look at any charts or anything, just let me know. I really don't have much to talk about. We were about to check the Pulsechain farms. Let's see. See if I got enough to buy a Zenturion yet. I'm really getting dinged on this impermanent loss, but I'm getting a lot more PLS, and I'm still up on the incentive rewards, so I'm not mad about it. But I've definitely lost some stablecoin in these farms. thanks to PLS taking a big hit. You can see these used to be $100. Now this the USDC ETH one's only $76. So that's pretty rough. Down $25 in impermanent loss. Casey says, I feel like it'd be pretty awkward if XSHIBA launches on ETH and Zen Doge becomes obsolete like Zenlon. Yeah, I mean, we have to have products fail for products to be good, you know? I think they'll both have a comeback. I just hope it really depends on the Zen Doge team. Hopefully they have a solid developer that wants to come up with a new idea. Hopefully they weren't doing it just to launch a token, And that's kind of the problem. There wasn't really any plan there. And I think XSHIBA saw that and they kind of had a reaction to it. I don't think XSHIBA was playing in the NFTs at first, but that's a great idea that adds utility. So it adds value to the project. It adds value to the Zen ecosystem. There's going to be more Zen burned. So having that utility is going to go a long way. Is there an OG Zen chart for Pulsechain? Yeah, there is. Yep. So if you come over to Dex Screener, because on Pulsechain there's a P-Zen and then there's also Zen. So it's just the one that says Zen that's on Pulsechain. Yeah, right here. So the Zen Wrap Pulse. This is the OG Zen. And everyone's been pretty confused because it was pumping for a couple days. But I think people were just adding liquidity and making fees. But yeah, you can see it had that nice bounce off that lower resistance. But yeah, this isn't P-Zen. This isn't the new Zen contract. This is the classic OG Zen on Pulsechain. It's pretty ugly, right? It's kind of up and down. But let's see, what do we got? So you got about $13. Is that going to be enough for was it like 130,000? Yeah, so we'll let it bake. We're just going to keep our farms going. What's amazing is I only started these out with about 100,000 PLS, and now that the ratio is all fucked up and I'm losing all this stablecoin to impermanent loss, I'm getting a ton more PLS. So I'm up to 271,000 for my $40 in DAI. I started out with $50 in DAI and 100,000 PLS. So my PLS bag has doubled here, but I've only lost $9 in DAI. So that's pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy with that. Plus I'm positive in the incentive token rewards. So you're waiting for PDXN? Me too, man. I really am too. DB Zen's my favorite Zen project for sure. I don't even have that much of it. I was a fool. I sold most of mine the first 2 weeks. I didn't really understand it. I didn't know what I was doing. But I've definitely burned a lot of Zen. I think right now I have about 45 tokens. Yeah. 43 tokens. And it's giving me like $3 or $4 a day. You see right here, I got 0.02 ETH. It's just some solid DeFi. You know, you burn your Zen, you get your DXN, it's already staked. You don't have to do another transaction and waste gas fee staking it. It comes pre-staked, and then you just let it sit and you get your ETH rewards. And if you have some Zen to claim, you get your Zen, and then you pop it in there and you burn it, and then you get some more DXN, and that's exactly what I'm doing. For sure. What's up, D? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. We're just hanging out, going over charts, going over the Zen ecosystem. Talking about the Solana phone. Is Jack gonna make a Zen phone? That'd be great. I really don't think. I think he was being facetious, though. I think he was being sarcastic. Let's head over to Cointelegraph, see if there's any news today on this slow Sunday. 7 presidential candidates have dropped clues about their crypto stance. Man, crypto is going to be a hot topic in the next election, and that's going to be coming right into the bull run, right after the halving is the election. Hopefully things skyrocket at that point. That's what I'm banking on. Best way to burn Zen for future XN? Oh, for sure, because it's you get the ETH rewards. Like, it's a no-brainer. Not only do you get the token and you can trade the token and do the thing with the token, and the token itself is so volatile that you really can trade it well and get these big swings. You know, it just went from $10 to $15 out of nowhere. So but it comes staked. You leave it staked, you earn your ETH. You can compound it. Sometimes I'll take my ETH protocol fee share, I'll buy more DBZen and I'll put it right back in. That's why I have these, 20 staked, because I'll just reinvest it and I keep the machine going. Because you do have to keep up with the supply as well. That's another game theory about DBZen. As time passes, every day, this cycle mints another 8,700 tokens. So your portion of the pie gets smaller and smaller as every day that passes. So you have to keep adding DBZen as more supply is minted. That's for sure. Best way to do it is burning Zen. Keep those Zen mints consistent. I like to ladder mine out over time, so I always have some fresh Zen coming in, and that's how we do it. I actually got a pretty sweet video about DBZen coming out either tomorrow or what is it, Tuesday? It'll probably be Tuesday. That's gonna be a nice one. And then next week we'll have the live coverage for the XSHIBA launch. Really excited for that. Hope you guys check out the video I posted about the XSHIBA launch. Basically took a deep dive into the light paper. They just dropped a new version of the light paper. So we kind of go over that. We talk about how much Matic you'll need, how much MZen you'll need, what type of rewards you'll get back, what are some of the little caveats like the mint rate and the minted supply, how that changes. So I hope you guys go check that out. It's live on the channel right now. Give me a like, subscribe, and share. Oof. Arbitrum-based Jimbo's protocol hacked, losing $7.5 million in Ethereum. This is a pretty funny site. Have you guys ever heard of this site? It's called Web3 is going great. Web3 is going just great. Basically just talks about all the different hacks, all the different bad shit. It puts in the form of news stories, and it actually have some references that you can check out, but seeing that news article just reminded me of this website, and sure enough, it's the first one. Jimbo's protocol exploited for $7.5 million. 3 days after the launch of its protocol on Arbitrum. The project had not properly controlled for slippage, which enabled an attacker to use a flash loan to manipulate trading pairs on the project. The attacker then bridged the funds to Ethereum. That sucks. Transactions stuck on multi-chain blockchain bridge due to force majeure. That sucks. The delay was blamed on a back-end upgrade taking longer than expected. Multi-chain later tweeted that some of the cross-chain routes are unavailable due to force majeure. That's wild. MZen versus AZen, what do you think will do better? That's a great question. I guess it depends on your definition of better. Let's see. If we go take a look, let's go over to zen.pub and we can talk about AZen and MZen because they're both very, very different. Very different. Oops. I believe there's one of the Zen dashboards that has all the chains. Yeah, this one. So it depends what you mean by better. If by better you mean getting in early and being more profitable, I think Avalanche definitely has the leg up right now, and it's the third least minted chain, and that's because of the barrier to entry. There's less active minters, and there's a smaller global rank, so there's less people making wallets on Avalanche. But I think that's bullish over time because it's earlier time to get in. You can grab an early global rank. There's the possibility that more people can come after you. However, the thing about Polygon is that what makes Polygon quote unquote better is that it's so active and there's so many people. You know, there's 69 million different minters versus Avalanche, which only has 11 million. But the global rank at Polygon is almost 100 million. It's at 97.7 million right now. So there's the AMP is way different. The APY is 18 for both. But the AMP on Polygon's less than Avalanche, and it's kind of, well, not by much actually. But you can see that, so your global rank's going to be a lot higher on Polygon. In the long run, eventually, I do think Avalanche will kind of be a strong chain. It's a strong DeFi chain. There's a lot of good partnerships there, and it's not cheap to mint over there. You know, it costs $3, $4, $5 per ZenFT max mint. You know, on Polygon, you're getting that for, you can do that with 3, 4, 5 Matic, which is pennies on the dollar. Troy says, or Howler says, when Zen. When Zen, when Moon. Saw we were over on the Arbitrum testnet, but they never launched over there. Wonder if Pulsechain launching had anything to do with that. But what's interesting about Pulsechain is it has 7 million global ranks, but there's almost as many, there's more minters on Pulsechain than there are Ethereum, which is really strange. Yeah, AZen has a lower supply, exactly. Smaller global rank, less minters, much lower supply. And you're basically getting in early. But however, do you believe in it? If you don't think Avalanche is going to be a good, successful chain, then they're not going to have users, and this global rank's going to stay low. If people aren't coming into Zen after you, God, that sounds like a Ponzi scheme. If people aren't coming into Zen after you, you're not going to get that global rank bonus. You know, you're not going to get more Zen over time. But 13 million global ranks, nice. You know, that's right on par with Ethereum. Like Binance, I was thinking about getting into Binance, and I just don't want to. It's, you know, the one Gwei node with the anchor thing is kind of sketchy to me. That it just seems, it feels like a dirty chain. It just gives me bad vibes. So I don't use Binance. I don't use Dogechain. I don't use EVMOS. I don't use the ETH POW. I do believe in Avalanche though, and Polygon and Phantom. So I do mint on those chains for sure. Speaking of which, I might have a mint right now. Let's go take a look. If we can go over the strategy that we've been doing. Shout out to the 15 watchers just hanging out on a Sunday night. Welcome, welcome. Let's take a look. And I love the Polygon is nice because it's so cheap. You can kind of have this machine thing going on where I can just mint as NFT, take some of the profit, keep some of it liquid, and then mint another one with the profit that I took. I mean, it's flawless. It just works. It's so nice. Polygon's killing me with these RPC issues lately. I got about 20 different Polygon RPCs in my wallet right now. What's up, Ryan? Welcome, welcome. What's happening on ETH right now? Gwei's up to 65. That's pretty awkward. That's pretty strange for this time of night. On a Sunday, especially. We got something popping off. People are getting hype, apparently. Everything's pumping. Alright, show me some NFTs. Let's go. Come on. There's gotta be a working RPC somewhere. It says I'm connected. I know you're in there. You can see my Zen, but you cannot see my NFTs. Let's try Polygon Network. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so we got a Zen NFT dude right now, about 200 million Zen on Polygon. So we'll go ahead and claim this. I'll take it over to Uniswap. I'll take a couple Matic out of it, enough to mint another one. I'll go ahead and mint that next one, and then I'll have maybe 100 million, 150 million Zen left over, which is not a lot, but it builds up every day when I have a new Zen mint due. So let's see how much. So we'll go ahead and over to Uniswap. 369 says Uniswap gets added to Moonbeam soon. That's fun. That's nice. I haven't messed with Moonbeam yet. I do have some Polkadot, but I haven't messed with like Moonbeam or Moonriver or anything. Should look into that. But all right, so we got 211 million MZen, and that's worth about 4.2 Matic. A new Zen NFT is going to cost about 3.5 Matic, so I'm going to take 3.5 Matic out of that. I'm going to keep the rest in Liquid Zen that I'm going to burn this weekend for Zen Shiba. And then I'll take this 3.5 Matic and I'll go mint another Zen NFT real quick. And it just works. The extremely low transaction fees on Polygon cost 4 cents to do a swap. How nice is that? At this point, would you rather mint Zen on Ethereum or Pulsechain? Honestly, I wish I had the money to do more mints on Ethereum. I really do. I mean, ETH is where the money's at. However, I do have a ton of mints on Pulsechain as well, so both, honestly. Those are two of my favorites for sure. Ethereum would be preferred though. I think Ethereum's going to be the big one. That's going to get the biggest X1, XN allocation. Shout out to the 13 watchers. Hope you guys like, subscribe, and share. Definitely give me a follow on Twitter. Check out the website at TreeCityTrading.us. There you can track the portfolio. Every Friday we do a $100 DCA live on stream. You can see what we got going on over there. But all right, so our swap finished. We got about 6.5 Matic. Now I can go back to Zen Crypto or Zen Network. And what are we at? So we're at June 7th. Let's see. Come on. Show me my NFTs, damn it. I'm picky about my dates because I like to ladder them, so I like to have a constant flow of Zen coming. I don't just do max mint every time. I kind of like to do like the 1st of the month or the 14th of the month. You know, then I know that I have a mint those days. It's just easier for me to track. But it's tough for me to do that when I can't see my NFTs. Let's try this one. All right, here we go. So you see I got 7, 7, 1, 7, 14, 8, 1, 8, 14, 9, 1, 9, 14, 10, 1, 10, 14. So I just kind of ladder them in there. So it looks like right here that stops. So I need one for 314. So we'll go ahead and do max VMU. We'll go 3. Is that 2020? Yeah, that's 2024. So we'll go 314, 2024. It's going to be a collector. Looks like it'll be an aquamarine. And look at that. So I took a 3.5 Matic profit out of that Zen that I just minted. The Zen was worth 5. I took 3.5 Matic out of it. Now I'm minting another one. It's going to cost me 3.7 Matic to mint this replacement Zen FT. And then I have that 1.5 Matic of liquid Zen hanging out on the supply. You can see that right here. It's about 160 million liquid Zen on the top here. So I got my 15 billion ready for the Zen Shiba, and then just that little bit of liquid Zen that I might burn it in DB Zen, try to get some more of that. Might burn it in Zen Shiba, but it's kind of nice to have this machine, and I just have all these mints lined up, and every time I get a new mint, I'm going to take enough, just enough to mint another Zen FT. Then I'll have the remaining Zen to do what I want with it. Hell yeah, thank you KC James, thanks for the nice words. Yeah, we'll be live this weekend for the Zen Shiba for sure. So I hope you guys come check it out. Definitely, those are fun. Launches are fun, and I'm going to be in there first. I'm going to be trying to get one of those limited Zen Shiba, so I got my M Zen ready to burn. I'm going to burn that XSHIB, try to get one of those NFTs. And then I'd also like to have some extra Zen that I burn just to have some XSHIBA too. So hopefully we'll end up with some XSHIBA tokens. We'll end up with a limited XSHIBA NFT. That'd be sweet. That's the goal anyway. Let's head over to Phantom. I think I got a claim over here as well. Phantom's a little different. It's a little wonky. I'm not getting the same result as I am with whoops, Polygon. So it looks like we got about 80 million. So that's I'm gonna claim this, and it's only gonna be like worth like a half of Phantom. So it's, what's the point? I'm just gonna burn it for DB Zen probably. So my strategy for Phantom's a little different. I don't necessarily mint more NFTs. What I do is I take it over to DB Zen. I like to be a player on Phantom with DB Zen. You can see I got quite a bit of DB Zen built up over here on Phantom. About 1900 worth of DXN just from burning. Every couple weeks I get like 5 or 6 Phantom, and that gives me enough to continue burning, continue making Zen NFTs. It doesn't happen as quick as the Zen NFTs on Polygon, but it's just another fun thing to do. So hopefully I have enough Phantom. Let's see here. So let's collect this. So I got 1.09 here. And the protocol fees are always cheap. I always get so much refunded to me, but it still requires, like, I don't have enough. More than I have usually. So how much FM Zen do we have to burn? I think that was 88 million. So hopefully the protocol fee is less than 5.7 Phantom. So 30 should be about 75. All right, so we can do about 32 batches. Yeah, that's not bad. That'd be a protocol fee of 1.3 Phantom. So we're gonna burn 32 batches of Phantom on DB Zen. Why not? Try to get that X1 allocation. What's the gas fee gonna be? Yeah, that's perfect. So we got enough Phantom to do it. Just another Zen, minted some Phantom, burn it for DB Zen. It's all fun. And then hopefully Phantom will continue to pop off. I'll get some more Phantom to be able to mint more NFTs. What's cool, now I can head over to Zen.pub and see my address in there. So I burned my Zen, they took my Phantom, I got my Phantom back from the protocol fee. Still got my 5 Phantom, which is nice. Come down here to DB Zen on Phantom. And it's 0x52. Give it a second to update. Did it take our transaction? Let's see. It did. So we burned. It took 1.29 Phantom. Probably gave me a bit back. Give it a Zen.pub a couple minutes to update here. Let's see. I think my next Zen NFT and Pulsechain's due on June 1st. So since that's a relatively new one, my mints aren't all over the place. I really structured it out. So yeah, 6-1. Yeah. Maybe I didn't. I didn't really do any short mints, looks like. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I did. So 6-1, 6-14, 7-1. I got a bunch on 7-1. Those are day one mints. Look at that C rank, under 500,000. That should give me some nice Zen. Ryan says, if you spent 10K on Phoenix and 10K on DB Zen, staked both for 8 years, which protocol would you think profit more after ending stakes and selling everything? That is a great question. That is a great question, because I do like both. I'm kind of more so in the DB Zen court, to be honest. I do have some Phoenix. I have a lot of Phoenix stakes on Polygon. I have a couple on Ethereum, but DB Zen, I'm more into DeFi, and I to be honest, I never played the Hex game. I never really locked up my Hex into stakes and did all that. I'm more of like playing the liquidity in the different pools. And DB Zen, I like that it gives me something to do every day. It's not just like a stake and lock it up, but it's like I can check the burn rate. I can come to Zen.pub and see who's burning and, you know, check the stats. Is it a good day to burn? Is it not a good day to burn? That's the kind of DeFi that I like. So I definitely, that's my personal opinion. I'm kind of more so in the DB Zen camp. So here's that Phantom I just burned. So I burned about 27 cents worth of Phantom, and I'm gonna get 74 cents of DB Zen. So that's fun. It's all good. Something to do with my Zen. Get a couple more tokens for the X1 network. Break Free says, today weekend review, Taco.eth said be careful on Phantom. He said they arrested the dev on Phantom over in China. You can probably listen on the space recording today. Nice, thanks for the heads up. I don't have much Phantom anymore. I definitely sold some at the top. I ran that up last bull market. It was an awesome one. Went from like 30 cents to $2 or whatever. It was a nice run up. LS says BDXN on Binance will still only have a max supply of 5 million and it's only at 19 cents. It is a sleeper. For sure, for sure. I've really thought about diving into the Binance end, but I just, too many bad memories over on Binance. I feel dirty when I'm over here. I don't think I have any NFTs. Let's see. Do you guys know how that, like, the whole anchor thing works with the one Gwei node? Does anybody do that? Because I notice when we come over to Zen Turbo, let's take a look at some Zen stats on Zen Turbo. But on the mint claim thing, it actually works with Binance. And there's a big difference between 5 Gwei and 1 Gwei. So if we switch this over to Binance Smart Chain, come over to the Zen Monitor, it'll show us basically where you can break even. But with this, you know, say I wanted to do a 100-day term. If you set that to 5 Gwei, you're down 21 cents. But if you set it to 1 Gwei, you're up 5 cents. So how does that work? How does... I know, I guess you can buy some Anchor. Do you have to like stake it or something? And then you could, if you hold Anchor or you have it staked in their protocol or their premium thing or whatever, then you can use their one Gwei node, and then people are minting Zen over on Binance extremely cheap with the one Gwei node. Is that the rumor? Is that how that works? I haven't, it kind of pushed me away from it, so I didn't want to participate. But yeah, you can see right now the Gwei is 5, but if they have a one Gwei node, their Anchor node or whatever, that'd be pretty sick. Anyways, that's one of the reasons I don't really participate in Binance. Couldn't figure out the gas fee thing. But let's take a look at the Zen stats. You can see the Zen supply is up to 12 trillion today. And look at that. I still can't get over how much Zen was burned that day when Zen Doge launched. Burned over 1 trillion Zen. That's still a hell of a milestone. I guess we'll see what happens on Polygon this weekend with XSHIBA. But after that, you can see the burning came back down to earth. It has picked up over the last couple days though. It looks like DB Zen's starting to get a lot of Zen burn. It's 60 billion burned on 5/27 yesterday. So that's really exciting to see. He deleted Sui. They're deleting what these other free minters are doing, canceling out the US residents. I know, man. I get so salty about that. Definitely go back if you're just now getting here. Earlier in the show, I told my story about Sui and how I was a big participant in that community, in the DevNet and the testnet, and they basically screwed me over because I was a US citizen. And it's not them, obviously, it's our government's the problem. You know, there's no regulation here, so why should they allow it? But it just sucks. It's supposed to be a free market. That's so anti-crypto. Why would you use a shitty exchange like Bybit? Like, come on. Anyways, back to the Zen statistics. You can see the cost of the C ranks coming down now that we have some cheaper gas, but man, gas got up there today. I wonder if there's any like big launches or something. Over the last couple hours, it's getting up to 60 last I checked. Yeah, it looks like it's coming back down to earth. Sitting at 38 right now. Little tick up in the Zen supply today, about 135 billion billion new Zen. Not much burn happening today. A lot of claims. Casey James says, I still don't know how the Phoenix pool party works. My 30-day stake rewards on ETH Phoenix have been declining as it gets closer. Will my rewards boost up when someone flushes the bonus? My understanding is, yeah, that's how it works. That is how it works. Let's see how. I think I only have one stake right now, actually, on Ethereum. I have none on B Phoenix. The scum of the crypto world. I'm not a fan of centralized blockchains. Yep. I got my 1 Phoenix stake with 1,000 Phoenix. But I think you're right. Yeah, when the pool party happens, I believe you'll see it reflected in your payout. It should pop in there. Head back to the Zen Turbo statistics here. Jack mentioned this a few days ago. This is really awesome to see. Look how much of the supply has been burned and staked. So you're looking at over 45% of the supply is locked up, is burned and staked. So there's really, I mean, there's only 10 trillion liquid Zen. That's nothing. That's nothing. And then almost 2% of the supply was lost in penalties. So people just didn't pick up their claims. See the future supply trend starting to pick up again. So we were making mention of this. The Zen minting was going hot. It was going crazy when there was that huge run up. But once the gas got high with Pepe, that Zen minting fell off hard. And you can see, I talk about it every day. What's going to happen in July 2024 August 2024 when there's no new mint, no new Zen mints coming in, very little Zen coming in, being created. That's going to be extremely bullish. You can see it, you know, the supply being created was going parabolic for the first all the way into 2024, but then it really starts to fall off. That's exciting to see. Wait till people start acquiring the Pulsechain Apex NFTs. Not even one Unicorn yet. Oh, for sure, for sure. It's got to be some more Zen minted. That's going to be exciting. It's probably declining because more people are staking, getting out of the pool, especially when a ton load of 777 stakes made a few hours ago. True, true. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. It's been a solid hour. It's Sunday night. I should be back tomorrow. Don't have any plans to do another live stream. I do have another DB Zen video coming out, so that'll be coming out tomorrow or Tuesday. That's a really good one. Hope you guys check out the Zen Shiba info I dropped yesterday. We covered some of the new additions to their white paper. They updated their white paper to version 3, and we covered it. Go check out that video. I appreciate you guys coming. It's been a good stream. We talked a lot about Zen, talked a lot about Pulsechain. I hope you guys have a good Memorial Day tomorrow. Gonna go get some rest, eat some good food tomorrow. TreeCityTrading's out. Hope you guys have a good night. Thank you very much.